there's a comedy career, but then there's also careers in comedy, which you've been able to transition into, which is huge, especially in a male dominated field. How
That
have
part.
how have you struggled and overcome those obstacles?
Well, first talk about stand-up. Stand-up was, I had a lot of good people around me. So even though it's male dominated, that part was okay, except for there are a lot of things that male comedians don't have to think about that women do. So when I go to when I get booked for out of state, when I go to the club or whatever, the first thing I have to do is I need to change the room on the hotel, because if the promoter booked it, they have access to keys. Then there's all the people who are like, well, you can go on the road, but you know what you got to do. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know if I'm supposed to be cussing on here or not, but I'm
You're
not
welcome
fucking
to.
for jokes. I'm not fucking for jokes. And there have been several comedians who offered me fame and fortune, which really is like, dude, I'm not fucking you for a $50 gig at the Improv. I need you to settle down. It's not. So that part, it's just more nerve-wracking being on the road alone as a woman. Um, I've had great times going on the road with friends, and I was on the road with Lonnie Love for a few years. I was on the road with Guy Tori for a little bit, and then lately, not lately, but my favorite to go on the road with is Ida Rodriguez. This is my friend. So we go out sometimes, and we just I try to be with people rather than just going out by myself. And if I do go out by myself, I know the club, I know people there. I've already kind of set up security, if you will, because it can be weird. It can be weird. With my position now on the show, um, being a Black woman who is supervising other producers or whatnot, it took, I think I've been in the position a couple years, but it took a while. Because in the beginning, there's a lot of people on staff who are older than me. It's a lot of older white males, and they did not want this little Black girl telling them they were funny or not. So in the beginning, there was a lot of bumping heads. And I think that is where, if we go back to my social work experience, I can read a room and we can turn it around. So now we went from people being like, she don't know what she's talking about, to people really want to be in my room. Like, they want to be in there. So it just takes a while. You have to know how to finesse it without getting too offended.